Okay, now, last but not least, we're going to look at the suprahyoid muscles. All right, hyoid bone is right down here. So we're looking at the extrinsic muscles of the larynx under the category of suprahyoid that come from a structure, typically the skull, all right, and insert onto the hyoid bone. And these are the group of muscles that elevate the hyoid bone, thereby elevating the larynx. All right, first muscle I want to talk about is this muscle here, stylohyoid. Origin is the styloid process of the temporal bone. Insertion is the hyoid bone. All right, next muscle. These are muscles of the tongue, all right, that you are not responsible for at this point in time, that also can assist with elevation of the hyoid bone. But again, we're not going to discuss these particular muscles until we get to the tongue. So let's go on. All right, here you see the geniohyoid muscle. All right, origin is on this mandibular symphysis or mental symphysis. So it's on the mandible and it inserts on to the hyoid bone. Geniohyoid muscle. Next, I want to show you the mylohyoid muscle. Remember, the mylohyoid muscle forms the floor of the mouth. So its origin is all along this mylohyoid line, all right, which is a line on the internal surface of the mandible. And its insertion is the hyoid bone. All right. Next, you see the two sections of the digastric muscle. This is the anterior belly of the digastric, and here is the posterior belly of the digastric. All right, let's talk about posterior belly first. It's dissected away, but essentially the posterior belly, the origin is the mastoid process of the temporal bone. All right, and it inserts into this sling where it meets the anterior belly of the digastric, all right, whose origin is again the mandibular symphysis, all right, or the mental symphysis, and it inserts, both of these muscles meet, all right, at in this sheath or sleeve and insert into the hyoid bone. All right, so again, mylohyoid muscle, all right, above the mylohyoid muscle, if I can find it, is the geniohyoid. All right, so it's geniohyoid, mylohyoid, and then anterior belly of the digastric. That's from superficial to deep. Mylohyoid. Those are the muscles of the tongue. All right, here is the geniohyoid. All right, so geniohyoid, then mylohyoid, then anterior belly of the digastric, which meets the posterior belly of the digastric prior to its insertion into the hyoid bone. Remember, these are extrinsic muscles of the larynx, all right, that serve to elevate the hyoid bone, thereby elevating the larynx when they contract. I hope that's helpful. Thanks.